What's going on, guys? So I have been in this 2019 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4 four-wheel drive pickup truck now for a week, and I can tell you a lot of things that I absolutely like about this truck and only really a few things that I don't really care for. Mainly, what I love about this truck is how it sounds, the feel, the interior. I mean, this is just a really nice half-ton truck. If you're in the market for a half-ton truck, you absolutely need to look at all of them, because if you've been brand loyal to one, you'll realize that they've all come so far from probably wherever you specifically favored your truck in the past to today. Basically, every one of them is including all the comfort features, all the technology features, and all the amenities that you're looking for. Plus, they're producing a tremendous amount of horsepower and torque now. This truck with its 6.2-liter V8 has over 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. Enough power to propel it up to highway speeds with no problem at all and get you around wherever you're trying to go with ease. Now, there's only really a few things about this truck that I wish were just a little different. The first one is, I really wish they put tow mirrors on this truck. And I think I've mentioned in the past multiple times, I really wish they put tow mirrors on all pickup trucks, simply because almost every pickup truck at some point in its life could be used for towing, and tow mirrors just really come in handy. And what I mean by tow mirrors is a mirror that has the ability to expand out further, as well as give you better blind spot detection, especially up and down the side of the vehicle. I also wish that they went with a higher grade knob for the air conditioning and radio controls, mainly because I feel that the truck's interior is just simply beautiful and it's laid out very well, and the only thing that kind of takes away from it is the plastic feel of the knobs. But that being said, the layout of this truck is near perfect. I mean, it puts everything where you need it to be and within easy reach. I really like how they've addressed the interior to really automate the driver's life, to give them all the features that they need in a very simple, easy to use format. That's going to be very easy for most people to learn and adapt to, especially if you're coming from another brand of truck. I really like the four-wheel drive system in this truck as well. I had an opportunity to take the truck out to the beach and go over some pretty deep sand, and it really handled it no problem at all. The rear locking differential, when I had this thing in 4 high and 4 low, worked flawlessly, and it really provided the amount of grip and traction I needed to get through sand without any type of shaking, any type of insecure feeling that you might normally get when going through very soft sand. We were actually out there to specifically test how this truck did in relatively deep sand, and it performed well, even though there were all sorts of other vehicles around us that were both 2- and 4-wheel drive that were getting stuck. And apparently there were a bunch of owners with Jeeps that were out there trying to pull people out. This truck handled the sand with no problem at all, and I felt very confident the entire time that I could drive through just about any of the areas that a lot of vehicles were avoiding, and I wouldn't have to worry about getting stuck. In terms of road comfort, this truck absolutely is a pleasure to drive. It feels very smooth. It's always interesting whenever my wife and my family gets into a truck that I'm doing a review on, and they get out of my 450 and they comment on just the difference in ride quality. Now, I understand that my 450 is going to have a naturally firm ride, but when they hop into this truck, and they've hopped into the Ram, and they've hopped into SUVs and other vehicles that I've reviewed, they always give me their impression of how they feel those vehicles are. And this specific truck got thumbs up from everybody. It had plenty of rear seat room. The suspension was very comfortable. It did not feel jarring. No matter what type of condition we went over, the truck just felt very comfortable and stable. And I think that's what a lot of people are looking for in these newer trucks. Now, this truck is equipped with Rancho shock absorbers and a tuned suspension for the AT4 package, which essentially is the evolution of the all-terrain package that GMC offered before this. But it gives a driver a good sense of being in a vehicle that feels, again, like that luxury SUV feel that I talk about when driving a lot of these new half-ton pickup trucks. So I think most people are going to enjoy the ride characteristics of this truck, especially if you work in a scenario where you need a truck that has a capable 4-wheel drive system while at the same time has a good, comfortable ride going where you need to go. This truck has a maximum tow capacity of 9,200 pounds and a maximum payload capacity over 1,400 pounds. So, in my opinion, if you're going to be using this truck to tow a travel trailer, again, I really wouldn't go over that typical half-ton number that I give you of 6,000 pounds gross vehicle weight rating, even though the truck exceeds that. Mainly because I want you to have that safe margin and that comfortable margin whenever you're towing. And most people that have towed with half-ton trucks will agree with me on that. There are a few that make the claim that they put twice the weight behind these trucks, or they go right up to the manufactured maximum tow capacity. But most of those people that make those claims might be very experienced in terms of towing trailers, or they might be fabricating some of those numbers. I don't really know. All I know is I want to make sure you guys feel comfortable, safe, and confident whenever you're towing. This truck gives you a tremendous amount of capability, but I don't want you to push it to that limit. I just wanted to wrap up my review of this truck. I think it is an awesome truck. Definitely one that should be on your list to look at when you're looking at half tons. It definitely provides all the technology, the amenities, and comfort most people are going to be looking for in a modern truck. And at the $66,000 price tag, it is a little bit better priced than its Ford rival, and right there where Ram prices their half-ton trucks with the higher trim packages. Anyways, guys, if you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we will talk to you again very soon.